Hawaii fans, representing in Oklahoma City as Hawaii's own BJ Penn stepped into the octagon looking to snap a 4-match losing streak. Henry Street not on the side of BJ Penn. His last victory inside the octagon coming back in November of 2010. He looked to breathe some life into his Hall of Fame career today. Penn facing Dennis Siver, both long in the tooth at 38 years old apiece. Let's pick things up in round 2. Known for his takedowns, BJ choosing to stay on his feet, and it paid off when he lands that great jab, knocking Siver to the floor. Take another look. BJ didn't capitalize, but he likely won that round. But Siver's ability to land uncontested shots at BJ would pay off. Siver landing 50 significant strikes to just 9 for BJ in the 3rd round. BJ losing by unanimous decision, dropping his 5th straight match. All right, let's head to the bigs. Cardinals hosting the Pirates. The UH alum Greg Garcia entering today 2 for 29 in the month of June. 0 for his last 18, and that's called a slump buster. Takes a 98-mile-per-hour offering into left, 2-run score, and check out the relief on Garcia's face. Yeah, he finished 1 for 2 on the day. Garcia batting .204 in the season. Cardinals currently have the lead on the Pirates late. Back here at home, 4th stop of the Okra season in Waimanalo today. Just a beautiful day over on the east side. Low wind, minimal waves. Great day to paddle. Lots of action like the sophomore women's race. Outrigger Canoe Club able to get a strong lead right away, and they didn't let up an inch. Outrigger finishing with a time of 4 minutes, 18 seconds, well in front of its competition. Huilan Aquila finished 2nd with a time of 4 minutes, 28 seconds. Coming in 3rd, Kailua with a time of 4 minutes, 31 seconds.
Today's a little less windy than Waimanalo normally is, but there's still some bump and chop out there. It's kind of deceiving. So you got to kind of, when you're steering out there, you kind of got to account for that. It's a little bit windier out there feeling than it looks out here, even though it's pretty calm for Waimanalo. Our mindset is to keep working on what we've been doing this whole season, which is our technique, first and foremost. And in regards to the other crews, you know, just try to do our best against them. There's a lot of tough competition out there, so.
The next Okra event, 4th of July race in Waikiki. It's one of the largest and most popular races on the island. Finally, some golfers hate the sand, but bunker play looking easy for Jordan Spieth. First sudden death hole at the Travelers Championship. That's right, he cups it, and that deserves a derriere bump. His opponent, Daniel Berger, stunned. All you can do is give a thumbs up, take another peek. As soon as Spieth knows it, chucking the club. That's a walk-off, and that is our best for last.
I don't think he swept the sand. That might be a 1-stroke penalty. So
He did have to clean up. Hopefully he did contain himself enough to do that.
That was a really good shot. Well, we hope to see you back here again at 10. Have a great Sunday.
Have a good evening. See ya.
CutterAuto.com, Hawaii's driving force.
Let's start in the bigs. Colton Wong looking rested since being called back up from his rehab assignment today. Went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and his first RBI since May 24th. Now, since returning to the lineup, Wong hitting 5 for 10 at the dish with 2 doubles and an RBI. Cardinals also win their 3rd straight, sweeping the Phillies 6-5. One win. That's all it took to end the debate of whether or not the Golden State Warriors could make history with a perfect playoff run. However, that one victory did not stop the comparisons between where this year's Warriors team was just a year ago. Yeah, LeBron James and crew won't have to dig deep to find inspiration for being down 3-1. After all, it was just a year ago when the Cleveland Cavaliers made history of their own, becoming the first team to win the championship after trailing 3-1. LBJ and Kyrie, they've been awesome, averaging 32.5 points in elimination games. That's the most by any 2 players since the shot.
We're going to have a great practice today. We're going to go over some things that we need to do better in Game 5. And then it's just go out and play. You know, like I said, I've put in the homework. I've got my mind ready for these games. I got my body prepared. And, you know, like I said, if I leave everything out on the floor, then I'm happy with the results.
This year's a totally different year. I actually wasn't thinking about that until you asked me. So I'm confident. I'm, you know, energetic and positive about, you know, the opportunity we have in front of us tomorrow. The past is the past. It's definitely fueled us, you know, all year. Just trying to, keep that hunger to get back to the stage, but we understand we're one win away from getting the job done.
Game 5 of the NBA Finals airs Monday live right here on KITV at 3 p.m. To the ice, Penguins, Predators, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals, scoreless until the 3rd. Patrick Hornquist somehow finds the net. Take another look here. It's like the puck had a mind of its own. Letting the frame, empty net. Nashville tries for the tie. Instead, Carl Hagelin seals it. Penguins become the first team to win back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals since the 97-98 Detroit Red Wings. And your event's a pretty big deal when Nicole Kidman is there to unveil the trophy. Men's final at the French Open, Rafael Nadal facing Stan Wawrinka. That's a wicked forehand for the winner. No one's better on clay than Nadal, and no one is going to scold him for sliding on the orange stuff with white shorts. Not when he collects his 10th French Open championship. Go ahead, take a bite. It's what you do when you win 15 career majors. Back here at home, Kamehameha Day Regatta kicked off at Kailua Beach Park, the second regatta of the Okra season. Nothing short of a picture-perfect day. The races had everyone fighting to start the season up strong. Right here, men's junior race won by the Lanikai Canoe Club. They were able to notch a first-place finish with a time of 7 minutes, 50 seconds. Second-place finisher, Outrigger Canoe Club, in 8 minutes, while third place went to Huinali with a time of 8 minutes, 22 seconds.
As always, the competition is great. It's always a tough race. Fortunately, we had a great start, and we were able to just keep it going. We found our rhythm early. Keep coming to Sunday races like it's the first race, treat it like it's 0-0, and we just try to do our thing, and for the most part we're trying to have fun out there. That's the greatest thing about it. So
the next regatta will be held at Nanakuli Beach next Sunday. Finally, Yankees Aaron Judge gets our best for last. The slugger obliterating that ball there. 496 feet into the walkway, Yankee Stadium. Now, for a comparison, that's 165 yards, or roughly as long as the par 3 9th hole at Erin Hills Golf Club, where they'll hold the U.S. Open this year. He followed it up with a 401-footer. That's his 21st homer of the year. His third career multiple home run game racks up nearly 900 feet in distance. Yanks sweeping the O's 14-3, and that is your look at sports. Welcome back. Whether you love them or hate them, Robert. It's fair to say the Golden State Warriors expunged the Ghosts from 2016, up 3-1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Warriors ensuring they wouldn't let their series lead slip away yet again. To Oracle Arena we go, in a game you saw right here on KITV. Kevin Durant, LeBron James. Durant looking to close out his first championship. First quarter, Kyrie Irving strips Steph Curry, somehow twists and contorts his body to get the lay-in. But on the inbound pass, LeBron James tracking it down, finishing with 2 of his 41 points. He averaged a triple-double for the series. Steve Kerr looking to draw something up. Game plan, get it to Durant and Curry. Warriors on a 27-4 run, and it looked to be like they were running away with things. That's when tempers began to flare up. Second quarter, Irving gets tied up with David West. West shoves Irving. That sets off Tristan Thompson. And look out, we got ourselves a kerfuffle. That's an altercation for those of you snickering at home. Face to face, they went. That kind of was a kiss. They didn't kiss and make up, though. Second half, Durant, just more of that. Warriors, they were up by 11, but they just, rolled the back of KD. And when you're 7 feet tall, you only need 3 steps to get around the defender. Durant scored 39 points. He got MVP honors. His journey from OKC to the Bay justified. Durant locks up his first career NBA title. Warriors win their second championship in 3 years.
We were really good tonight. You got to tip your hat to Cleveland, man. They kept us up all night, man. Those LeBron and Kyrie, I never seen nothing like them two before. But we prevailed. We're champions. It was amazing to do it on our home floor.
Yeah, to incorporate Kevin Durant of this championship, of you won 7 now as a player or a coach. Why is this group so special?
Well, it's a combination of talent and commitment to each other and the unselfish nature of all of them. Did you say that I had to fit Kevin Durant in?
Yeah.
It really wasn't that hard, but thanks.
Yeah, NBA season all but done. Next up, the NBA draft on June 22nd. Finally, at most youth sporting events in Hawaii, the players don't necessarily have college scouts in mind. But maybe they should. Seems the University of Hawaii football team's getting a head start on its future recruiting. Fifth grade quarterback Titan Lakadet recently announced via Twitter he received a scholarship from Hawaii. His older brother Jake played for the Nevada Wolfpack. The early offer gives Titan about 8 years to get ready for his first game at Aloha Stadium. And that's your look at sports.
That's starting them young, baby.
Yeah.
That really is.
That is starting them young.
Kid's got skills, though.
That's locking him in early.
That kid have his own Twitter account already?
Oh, already, right? Fifth grade?
Go figure.
Amazing.
Right.
Mike, thank you.
Harrison lifts it deep to left field. He has done it again.
Swinging for the fences, it's something KJ Harrison has done well this postseason. His power guiding Oregon State to the College World Series. Today, however, the realization that his time as an amateur could soon be coming to a close. The Punahou alum selected in the third round of the MLB draft today, taken 84th overall by the Milwaukee Brewers. KJ, the son of former UH great Kenny Harrison, says he hasn't decided whether he'll turn pro and is focused on the NCAA World Series in Omaha this Saturday.
It meant the world. You know, it's been my dream ever since I was little to get drafted and, you know, play baseball and, you know, get the opportunity to make it to the big leagues.
What have they told you as far as what kind of position they see you as?
They drafted me as a catcher. They knew I can catch. So, you know, wherever they need me, and if they need me to catch, if they need me to play first base, if they need me to play in the outfield or wherever it may be, I will do. You know, I'm just excited for the opportunity.
How good does it feel to get drafted higher than your dad?
You know, I owe it all to him, man. You know, one of the reasons why that, you know, I am getting drafted where I am and I am in the position I am today is all because of him. And, you know, I always tell him every day I'm just so thankful for what he does for me. And, you know, I don't tell him enough how much he means to me. Without him and the support from my family and him mentoring me and helping me through all the ups and downs, you know, I wouldn't be the ball player I am today.
Well, here's a look at where the other Hawaii-born boys were drafted today and their projected contract value. King Kekalika grad Riley Weidel was picked by the Twins in the 7th round. Iolani alum Tanner Nishioka got the call in the 9th by the Red Sox. Drafted players have until July 15th to decide to go pro. All right, let's stay in the bigs. How good has Big Island native Colton Wong been as of late? Today, the UH alum logging his third double in his last 2 games. This one gets in the right corner, scores one. Wong went 1 for 4, drove in his 18th RBI, hitting .298 on the season. Defensively, he was solid too. 8th inning combines with UH alum Greg Garcia for the 6-4-3 double play. And to end the frame, Wong using that speed of his to track down a slow line drive to shallow center. Cardinals dropped game 2 of their doubleheader. Wong went 2 for 4. Garcia 1 for 2. Finally, might take you longer to spell Ryan Zimmerman's last name than it took for this ball to leave the park. That was number 18 on the year for Zim, but he wasn't done against the Atlanta Braves. Bottom of the 6th, bye-bye. Zimmerman pokes out 2 home runs today. Nationals scored 10 runs to double up Atlanta. Ryan puts the man in Zimmerman and earns our best for last, and we will have that Twins highlight coming up later at the end of the show. The social media sports world set on fire today. Floyd Mayweather sending this out from his Instagram, hinting that the super fight is signed and finalized. Conor McGregor already getting the trash talk going, tweeting this, a pic of himself and Mayweather Sr. with a simple, the fight is on. The last decade, Floyd Mayweather rose up the short list of greatest boxers ever. Conor McGregor, he knows a thing or two about meteoric rises. 4 years ago, the UFC champ wasn't on any best fighter list. Now, the 2 biggest names in fighting will have a battle of best in the biz. After years of teasing the senses with a potential showdown, Mayweather and McGregor set for Saturday, August 26th. UFC President Dana White says the fight would be at the boxing junior middleweight limit of 154 pounds. White says the fighters would use 10-ounce gloves, and the card would be taking place at the T-Mobile Arena. Now, how about the tail of the tape? McGregor, 28 years old, has a record of 21-3. He's 12 years younger than Mayweather, who's a perfect 49-0.
That ball's hit a ton to left center.
Maui's Kurt Suzuki cranking his 4th homer of the year against his old squad, the Nationals. Baldwin grad with the lone homer of the day. But the Braves offense went gangbusters, racking up 13 runs as the Braves take the series from Washington. To St. Louis, UH alum Colton Wong now hitting over 300 when 1 for 2 against Milwaukee with his 4th double in the last 4 games. Drove in a run as well. Wong now batting .301 on the year. He's hitting .444 in the last week. This game delayed because of weather with the Cards trailing 7-4. Final day of the MLB draft saw a slew of guys with Hawaii ties get the phone call from team managers. Hilo's Joey Jarneski picked up by the Rangers in the 12th round. The pitcher in the midst of transferring to the University of Kentucky. Kailua native Joey Cantillo drafted as a pitcher in the 16th by the Padres. Waipahu's Kobe Russell drafted as a utility player in the 17th by the Blue Jays. UH pitcher Casey Ryan went in the 18th round to the Cubs. His UH teammate Josh Rojas, 26th round to the Astros. HBU pitcher Matthew Gunter, 33rd round by the Blue Jays. And Punahou outfielder Cole Cabrera went in the 37th round to the Rays. Drafted players have until July 15th to decide to go pro. Finally, it was a breezy day at Oahu Country Club as the 109th Manoa Cup heat off. Tightly contested match here between Maui's Tyler Munetake and Oahu's Trevor Arashiro. It was Munetake whose short game was on point. He won 2-1. He's into the round of 16. On the women's side, Carissa Kilby had her sights set on making it past the quarterfinals. Kilby facing Lorraine Char, and she made some quick work, winning 4-3. She's on to the semis, where she'll face defending tournament champ Mari Nishiura. And that is your look at sports.
Do you see Floyd McGregor being a fight at all? Competitive?
No, I'm thinking, I think a lot of folks are thinking this way. This is taking a fish and taking him out of water. Floyd is just such, I mean, he's up there with the greatest boxers of all time.
Undefeated.
It's going to be like a cat playing with its food.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It's every college baseball player's dream to be one of the final 8 teams standing. Tomorrow, Punahou alum KJ Harrison and Iolani grad Christian Donahue will be in rarefied air at the College World Series. I caught up with KJ to talk about the journey that he's been on with the top seed Oregon State Beavers.
Now this is the guy that can change the game.
You know, to be able to be one of the elite teams at the end of the year and be where we are at the end of the year, it's truly amazing.
The ride is far from over for KJ Harrison as the junior just tries to catch his breath as he gears up to play in the mecca of college baseball in Omaha, Nebraska, the College World Series.
You know, I talked to past players that played at Oregon State and, you know, people that have been to Omaha, and they said that, you know, it's a lifelong experience that you will never forget, and, you know, it's such an electric place to play. And
speaking of electric, Harrison's bat has been energized in the postseason. He's hit 3 home runs and driven in 10 RBI, including a mammoth shot against Vanderbilt pitcher Kyle Wright, who was just drafted 5th overall in the MLB draft.
You know, I just been getting hot recently at the plate and, you know, getting hot at the right time. You know, we're playing really good baseball and, you know, we're having each other's backs and, you know, everyone's just playing with a little fight and a little edge to them.
That added edge, Harrison says, comes from playing alongside current teammate and fellow Hawaii boy Christian Donahue. They often talk about taking this journey from the middle of the Pacific Ocean to the national stage.
When we won and we were sending ourselves to Omaha, I said, you know, we would have never thought that we would ever have this opportunity. You know, it's been so gratifying and it's been so amazing to be able to you know, have this hard work pay off and be in the position we are today. And, you know, it just goes to show just how where hard work leads.
All right, time to hit the links. The 109th Manoa Cup wrapping up its women's race at Oahu Country Club. 2 local girls vying for the top spot. Aiko Leon, currently at BYU, facing defending champion Mari Nishiura, who plays at the University of Nevada. No golfer held the lead for longer than 2 holes until Nishiura went 1 up on 17. Leong needed this on 18 to force extra holes, but it's just off the mark. Nishiura repeats as the Manoa Cup champion. Finally, forget Mayweather versus McGregor. There's a new mega fight. Phelps versus Shark. That's right, the man who holds 39 world records and 23 Olympic gold medals will go mano a sharko. It also gave us a reason, to search the internet for the most bizarre, yet awesome uses of Photoshop. So why is Phelps doing this? It's all part of Shark Week. It airs on the Discovery Channel. Begins July 23rd. You gotta want to watch it.
We have to watch it.
Absolutely.
We have to.
It's a shark. How do you keep it from, you know, devouring Phelps?
It's unbelievable.
Literally.
Mike, thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Mike Cherry. Brandy Higa has the night off because she's on a wayfinding mission to return the heart of Te Fiti. And speaking of Islanders doing some big things, Punahou alum KJ Harrison and his top-seeded Oregon State Beavers kicked off their run in the College World Series. Let's head to Omaha, Nebraska. OSU, winners of 21 straight entering today because of gems like this. Catcher Adley Rutschman single-handedly turning a double play. Take another look. Tracks down the bunt. Somehow got up and gunned the runner down at first. To the 6th inning, Harrison on third. Jack Anderson right up the gut. Harrison, he'd come home. Harrison did go 0 for 4 with a walk, but he also scored that run. Beavers tied the game at 5. Fullerton did their best to stop the rally. Bottom of the 8th, Harrison at the dish, and you know, 71% of the earth covered by water. The rest covered by Scott Hurst. Hurst into the wall, comes up with a great grab. Take another look. That's an impact play, and it could cause some very serious whiplash. But try as they might, OSU has only lost 4 times this year with good reason. Timely hitting. Rutschman at the plate takes a 90-mile-per-hour offering, delivering the game-winning run as OSU advances. And at just around midnight, Waipahu's Russell Doan put his full arsenal on display at UFC Singapore. Doan's opponent, nicknamed Handsome, but the only thing pretty here was the Hawaii natives' finish. Doan pouncing on Kwan Ho Kwak. The referee jumps in to stop it. Doan improving to 3-4 in the UFC, 15-7 overall, ending a 4-fight losing skid.
That's the thing about this game. You can lose. That's what I keep telling people. You lose because that's part of the game. We lose because it's part of the game. What are you going to do? You're going to quit? You're going to stop? Champions don't quit. Champions don't stop. We just keep going no matter what.
To the NBA, reports saying the Boston Celtics will trade the right to the #1 pick in the NBA draft to the Philadelphia 76ers. In return, Boston reportedly will get the #3 pick, Philly's first-round pick in 2018, which they own via the Lakers. The 76ers are rumored to favor Washington guard Markelle Fultz, who's considered the top player in Thursday's draft. Back here at home, big congrats goes out to golfer Andy Okita. He won the 109th Manoa Cup with a 6-4 win over Evan Kawai. Okita completing the potential 36-hole final by sticking his approach 1 foot from the pin on the 32nd hole. Let's finish up with more golf. Gorgeous weather at Erin Hills in Wisconsin. But nothing looked better than this read by Justin Thomas. Shoulders squared to the hole. Somehow, he scopes the breakout perfectly. Needless to say, lots of long looks at Thomas today. And not just because of the pink pants. 18th hole, par 5, 3-wood. Thomas somehow finds the green on his second shot. He'd put that in for eagle on his way to a U.S. Open record 63 on the day. He is 9 under round, putting him at 11 under heading into the final frame. Thomas and 2 others trailing this guy. Brian Harman, he shot a 67, and he's your leader at 12 under par, and that is your look at sports.
I realize what's wrong with my golf game now. I don't have a pair of pink pants.
No pink pants.
Maybe for Father's Day tomorrow.
Maybe it's starting to trend. Yeah. Welcome back. I'm Mike Cherry. Brandy Higa has the night off because she just learned she's not only the princess of Themyscira, she was born to defeat Ares. Speaking of superhero feats, Punahou alum KJ Harrison and his top-seeded Oregon State Beavers kicked off their run in the College World Series. Let's head to Omaha, Nebraska. OSU winners of 21 straight entering today because of gems like this. Catcher Adley Rutschman single-handedly turning a double play. Take another look. Tracks down the foul bunt and somehow threw down the runner at first to the 6th. Harrison on third. Jack Anderson with a shot right up the middle. Harrison coming on home. He went 0 for 4 today with a walk, but he also scored that run. Beavers tied the game at 5. Fullerton did their best to stop the rally. Bottom of the 8th, Harrison at the dish. And you know, 71% of the Earth's surface covered by water. The rest covered by Scott Hurst. Goes into the wall, somehow comes up with the snow cone grab. Take another look. That's an impact play, and it could cause some whiplash tomorrow. Yikes. But try as they might, OSU only lost 4 times this year with good reason, and that's timely hitting. Rutschman, this time at the plate, takes a 90-mile-per-hour offering, delivering the game-winning run. OSU advances. At just around midnight, Waipahu's Russell Doan put his full arsenal on display at UFC Singapore. Doan's opponent, nicknamed Handsome. But the only thing pretty here was the Hawaii native's finish. Doan pouncing on Kwan Ho Kwak. Referee jumps in to stop it. Doan improving to 3-4 in the UFC, 15-7 overall. That ends a 4-fight skid. And congrats goes out to Andy Okita. He won the 109th Manoa Cup with a 6-4 win over Evan Kawai. Okita completing the potential 36-hole final by sticking his approach 1 foot from the pin on the 32nd hole. Finally, some gorgeous weather at Erin Hills in Wisconsin, but nothing looked better than this read by Justin Thomas. Shoulders square to the hole, and somehow he scopes the breakout perfectly. There are lots of long looks at Thomas today, and it wasn't just because of his pink pants. 18th hole, par 5, 3-wood. Thomas's second shot, finding the green. He'd make the eagle putt there on his way to a U.S. Open record 63 on the day. His 9-under round puts him at 11 under heading into the final frame. Thomas and 2 others trailed that guy, Brian Harman. He shot a 67 and is your clubhouse leader at 12 under par. That is your look at sports.
Those are some serious pink pants there.
Not bad. Hey, whatever does the trick. Welcome back. I'm Mike Cherry. Brandy Higa has the night off because she like to do the cha-cha. Speaking of dancing, there's no dancing around the fact that it's been a long time since Michelle Wie won a tournament title on the LPGA. Today, she looked to turn back the clock. Let's head to Michigan. Final round of the major LPGA Classic. The Punahou product birdied 4 holes on the front 9. That would take her right into contention. Michelle's short game, shades of 2014 when she won the U.S. Open, her last tournament victory. And check out this shot from the bunker on the 8th hole. It's a 3rd shot on a par 5, and it just cozies right up to the cup. We did level off, but she shot a bogey-free round, shooting a 65 on the day, finishing in a tie for 2nd place at 15 under par. It's her 5th top 10 finish of the year. Only Brooke Henderson was better. The 19-year-old closed the weekend with a 2-stroke lead, her first win on the LPGA Tour. Let's head on over to the men's side. Final round of the U.S. Open at Erin Hills. Nice way to spend time with Dad in Wisconsin, but nothing felt sweeter than playing in the sand, at least for Brooks Koepka. Sets up the birdie putt to move to 14 under and the lead. The 27-year-old pulling out all the stops today. How about here on 16? Nice. All part of 3 straight birdies. His finish on 18 sounds easy. Koepka, your 2017 U.S. Open champion, his first ever major championship victory. Back here at home, Father's Day race at Nanakuli Beach Park. To the west side we go. 3rd race of the Okra season, the South Swell. Bringing in the waves, making races a lot more interesting. Sophomore men's race, Outrigger with a small lead over Lanikai Canoe Club. Lanikai catching a bump, but it wouldn't be enough. Outrigger finished with a time of 7:12. Lanikai finishing just a 2nd behind. Heilani in the 3rd place spot with a time of 7:42. And for some members of the race, it's not only, and for some members, the races aren't the only part of what makes the day special.
I got my 2 older boys here today, boys 16s and boys 12s, and they raced today, and they had a great time. So it's kind of a family event for us where we're all here paddling and racing. Good fun. But we love Nanakuli. It's always beautiful and overall great conditions. With this swell on the way in, you get a little bit of little bump action, so you want to get your canoe and get a little push on that. But overall, just a great day. Beautiful out here.
The next regatta, Sunday at Waimanalo Beach Park. Finally, to the bigs. Nolan Arenado of the Colorado Rockies had himself a day. He went 4 for 5 at the plate, logging a triple in the 1st inning, a single in the 4th, a double in the 6th inning, and to make it all dramatic and stuff, he launched the game-winning 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th. Rockies win this one 7-5. Arenado, the first player in franchise history to complete the cycle. And that is your look at sports.